Welcome everyone to the first night of GOC Invasion. It is so great to have you guys here. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the first match of this 5-card night.
Contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 368 pounds, the World's Honor Champion, Thunder.
And as Yellow makes his way to the ring, we talked to him backstage, and he has a really big chip on his shoulder right now because he feels like he does not get the respect he deserves. Because he brought a championship over from another brand instead of winning one of GOC's championships. He feels like he's not getting the respect he deserves. So he's entering this week just having a really big chip on the shoulder, not really worrying about a win or a loss ratio, but just making a statement and showing that he is a champion and he needs to be treated as such.
You can swear that break his head. Hey, quit and wear. No, he don't mean that. I saw my own people's relapse. They give it back up. The guy named back to say big facts.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 283 pounds, Dylan.
And Neurotic making his way to the ring. This is his debut match, and I'm sure he and his family are very excited that he has finally made his way to the gates of chaos. He has a really formidable opponent in Yellow World, but I believe he is here to make a statement, and I believe that he is going to show people that he belongs here. All right, looks like the boys are ready to go. GOC Invasion has officially kicked off. We got Yellow trying to go to work early again. Like I said, he is here to prove a point that he is a champion, even if he feels like Gates of Chaos does not think so. So he is going to work early on the challenger. He does not care that this is the debut. He wants to make an example out of whoever is in the ring with him. Nasty knee by our newcomer here. It looks like he's trying to take this chance to try to gather some momentum and try to turn the tide of this match before they get started. Vicious kicks to the face by Neurotic here. And he's just working away. Neurotic's style is very grit and grind. There's not a lot of technicality in it. He just brute force and pain wherever he can inflict it. Look at this. Break his finger chaps breaking out in the crowd. Look at this combo. He is trying to put Yellow World away really early in this match. I fully expect the Yellow to kick out of there. It's too early. Yellow is not that weak of a fighter. He's definitely going to hang around a little bit longer than that. And a springboard forearm off the middle rope. A man his size should not be able to do that, but he made it look easy. Yellow not taking that line down. He's going for a belly-to-belly suplex, but I believe Nero's going to counter here. He is, and Nero going right back to work on Yellow, but Yellow also counters. These guys are at a stalemate at the moment. We're going to see what happens. Nice dodge by Neurotic. He is showing that he can hang with the best. These vicious moves by Nero. That might be it right there. Nope, Yellow kicks out, and this match will continue. Neurotic's moveset is very, it just looks painful. Anything he does just looks like it's gonna hurt. It doesn't matter what it is. Spinning elbow to the jaw of Yellow there. Another springboard. He's going for a kick, but this time he misses. Yellow was ready for it that time. And Yellow counters with a body drop. They slide on the outside now, and another knee by Nero. These knees These knees are disgusting. Hip toss by Yellow. They're taking this fight to the outside. It seems like they're ignoring the count as of right now. And Nero dropped off on the ring apron. The referee is up to 5. You have to wonder if they are paying attention, if they have the wherewithal to get back in the ring before it gets too late. Referee is at 6 now. Nero seems to be aware of the count, and he's slowly making his way back in the ring. He does roll back into the ring. So I'm expecting Yellow to follow suit, but Yellow is already limping. And this cannot be good for Yellow. Nero throws Yellow back, and these punches, this is what I'm talking about. Look at the brute force by Neurotic here. Look at the brute force here. Just powerful punches by Nero. Nero's trying to hype himself up. He is making a statement here tonight, folks. He is trying to show he belongs. And as Yellow makes his way to his feet, Nero's on the top rope. And he's going to dive off the top rope. He's going to miss and land on his forehead. Nero might end up paying for that right there. We're going to see what happens. Oh, nasty elbow after a drop off by Nero. And is this going to be it? It is indeed going to be it. Nero picking up the win in his debut. And I don't even believe that was a finishing move. It was just nasty enough to get the win. And Nero has to be very, very proud of himself by picking up a statement victory. Although both of these men did great, Nero seemed to be in control the whole time, and his future is looking bright in GOC.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Illinois, weighing in at 475 pounds, GOC.
Feels like I fell 1,000 times. Nothing but doubt to flood my mind.
He's looking to make a statement by getting a win here against one of the top people in this company so far.
And his opponent from Mississippi, weighing in at 377 pounds, Kenny.
There is the big man himself. He's just a week removed from one of the top matches in GOC so far with the triple threat match for the Intercontinental title. You have to wonder that if it was a singles match and not a triple threat that was essentially a 2-on-1, you have to wonder if he would be walking in here with the Intercontinental belt around his waist right now. But that's not something that we can dwell on right now. All that we know is that Kenny's going to be able to work his way back to the top by being the fighter he has always been. So he will be looking to make a statement here tonight as well as he takes on the newcomer, Overcomer. Ooh, nasty big boot by Overcomer there. Overcomer has been really aggressive to start this match already. Silent is bringing the physicality that he always does, but it looks like Overcomer is trying to meet him with that same level of physicality. And Kenny's just gonna take some time to collect his breath. No, he's not, as Overcomer jumps out of the ring with a suicide dive. Again, a man his size should not be doing something like that, but it worked out, and Kenny makes him pay with a DDT on the ground. And Kenny slips back into the ring before Overcomer can take advantage of it. Overcomer back in the ring right now. He hits him with a small shoulder check. And now Overcomer targeting the arm of Silent. And he's going for the arm again on Silent. And he may make a point of trying to target that arm and take this giant out a different way. And Silent is able to counter that punch and make his way back into the ring. But Overcomer makes him pay with a lariat. And Silent back up and makes him pay with one of his own. They're going tit for tat right now. Both of them are showing insane levels of strength. Both of them are some of the biggest people in the company. The biggest difference is that Overcomer is almost a foot taller than Silent. With a belly-to-belly suplex on a man that is over 300 pounds. The strength is on display. And he's going for the mandible claw in the corner. He's trying to end this early, but I believe that Silent will get the rope break here, and he does. But that could have been dangerous. It's like Kenny's going for the choke slam, or Overcomer's going for the choke slam, but Silent is able to counter it and is able to get the momentum back on his side with a nasty big boot. And I believe Overcomer was trying to set up for a lariat, but Silent saw it coming and was able to counter it really quickly. Sister Abigail! Sister Abigail, that might be it right there. That might be it. Good night. No, it is not. Overcomer kicks out of the Sister Abigail. That was dangerously close. We got fight forever chants coming from the crowd right now. Big boot again on Overcomer, and it does give him the crimson mask. Overcomer is bleeding after that big boot. And I believe that Silent's going to hit him with this modified power slam that he's been using the last couple of weeks. We're going to see. Looks like he's lining him up. Going to be another Sister Abigail, and this has got to be it. And Overcomer kicks out again. Overcomer not willing to go that easy on his Gates of Chaos debut. And he gets up and he counters up with a spear. And he follows up with a nice German suplex that nearly took Silent coast to coast. Silent wisely rolls out of the ring there to try to catch his breath, but Overcomer is hot on his tail and brings him right back into the ring. And Overcomer with a springboard to the back of Silent's head, and he's gonna go for the pin here. And Silent kicks at it too. And he tried to follow up, but Silent's able to roll his way up. I believe he's going for a Uranagi, but Silent's able to counter with a neck breaker. Silent may be big, but he is not all brute strength. He is a very smart competitor. And then he's beckoning Overcomer up. I think he's going for that elbow drop. He is, and he does hit the elbow drop. And I expected him to go for the pin there, but it looks like he is not done. He is targeting the knee of Overcomer. And now it looks like he's targeting the arm. He's giving the Overcomer a piece of his own medicine. Overcomer did this to him earlier in the match, and it looks like he's returning the favor with 3 kicks to the tendons of Overcomer. And Overcomer rolls out of the ring, but Silent saw it coming and was already out on the other side, but instead of following up, he elects to roll back into the ring. And it looks like in a show of pride, he is allowing Overcomer to get himself together. Both of these men putting on an impressive display so far. We know what Silent was capable of after last week, but this is, again, Overcomer's debut, and so far he is doing a great job at controlling the pace of this match. And as I speak, he opens the Crimson Mask on Silent. Silent is now busted open as well. Another clothesline, Silent tried to handle a clothesline of his own, but he missed. And a nice snap body slam by Overcomer. And I believe Overcomer's going to try to put this away. He is. He had another modified mandible claw. And I don't think Silent is close enough to the ropes to use the rope break this time. So we're going to see if Silent can find his way out of it. And Silent does manage to get away from the mandible claw. But Overcomer clearly trying to put this away as early as he can. But Silent with another big boot. These two men are not playing around. We got another modified body slam coming from Silent, and you have to wonder if this is the one that's going to be it. And indeed it is. Silent picks up the week 1 victory. With that being said, Overcomer does not need to hang his head after this performance. It was very, very impressive. And I believe that Overcomer might have beat pretty much anybody else on this roster with what he displayed here today.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 444 pounds, Eric.
As we move on to the next match, an interesting fact about this match, in a bizarre move, this match was initially booked to be the main event, but days before, the GM decided to change this into a mid-card event. We don't know why. I don't think Eric Nomad minds, but at the same time, he has had a lot to say about our current champion. He does not believe our current champion is fit to be a champion, as he feels like our champion did not earn the championship in that Battle Royale match. In all fairness, the champion only eliminated one person in that Battle Royale, and it was the second place person, which was Tyler Rose. Eric Nomad firmly believes to be the champion, you have to earn it. You have to pin, you have to submit. And he feels like David did none of that and used everybody else to do all the dirty work for him. So Nomad had a chance to prove his case today, because tonight in singles action, in a non-championship match, the champion that he has so much disdain for will be right across the ring from him.
And his opponent from Naples, Italy, weighing in at 234 pounds, the World Wrestling Champion, Terrible, 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 Terrible.
You have to wonder if David has heard the locker room rumors. You have to heard if he heard the social media chatter, the other things. You have to wonder if it hurts his pride that people don't consider him a real champion. Whatever the case may be, David has the chance to prove that he deserves that belt tonight. With that being said, we'll get right to it. And David immediately whipping on a dropkick. And Nomad makes him pay immediately. And this is going to be David's worst fear. After already being scrutinized for the past week, he cannot lose. He especially cannot get manhandled by Eric Nomad. But to start, that's exactly what's happening. This is not a look for someone who is supposed to be GOC's top dog. And Nomad here to prove the point that he's been saying all week. He does not feel like this championship was earned, and he is out to prove it by embarrassing the champion here today. Look at the display of strength on the GOC champion. He's going to the top rope, and he's going for that splash that he used last week, and he hits it. And he's trying to put the champion away in under a minute. And it has not been a good look so far for David. That modified power slam that Silent just used to win his last match is in display here again. And David came seriously close to not kicking out right there. He has not looked good so far. And I believe this is exactly what Nomad wants. Nomad wants to expose David for who he thinks David is. Looks like David is finally showing a little sign of life. Let's see if he can capitalize on it. He cannot. There's nothing David can do here. And another splash by Nomad. You can only take so many of those from a man his size. And he is just manhandling David here. He almost knocks the referee out with that. And David, again, he is trying to find some signs of life here. He is trying to make some things happen here. But so far, nice neck breaker by David. That might have been the only real thing he's done so far. But it looks like David is trying to line him up for something. He tried, but Nomad is able to roll out of the way here. It seems like oh my goodness, the boot. Seems like every time David tried to get some momentum, Nomad makes him pay almost immediately. Another one of those modified body slams right to the face of David. And do not tell me this is going to be it. That is a squash match if I've ever seen one. David is taken out in under 4 minutes. And Nomad proves his point perfectly. Nomad making the exact statement he wanted to make today.
Here is your winner, Eric.
You have to wonder, what will the champion do from here? Now, after the champion gets himself together, Yellow is walking out to the ring with a sledgehammer, and I don't know what he's here for, but it doesn't look like he has good intentions as he slides into the ring, and he just takes the sledgehammer to David's sternum. What is he doing to the champion? What has gotten into Yellow World? What is the motivation for this? And Yellow gets out and throws him back into the ring and is now pulling a table out of the ring. And he is setting up a table in the ring. I don't know what Yellow's motive is, but he clearly has disdain for the champion. And we need to get security out here before he does anything worse to David. And I may have spoken too soon, as he is going to the top rope and he is going to put David through the table. I don't understand what David did to deserve this. And it does not seem that Yellow is done, and she throws him out to the ring, throws him out to ringside near the table, and he throws those injured ribs right back onto the table, and now he's going for that 1450 body slam on David again. What did David do to deserve this? And as Yellow just leaves him lying there, you have to wonder, what did he do to make Yellow that mad? What was the point?
And this must be that water talk.
I will give y'all more information as it comes available on the condition of David. I don't know what the issue with that was, but we are going to move on to our next match. This is going to be a triple threat match.
From New York, weighing in at 234 pounds, Jordan Danger.
And as Jordan makes his way to the ring, from what I have seen, he is a very decent wrestler, but he is unpolished. He is relatively new, does not have a lot of experience, but he is looking to make a statement. He's looking to make a statement tonight and show that he belongs here.
And his opponents, first from New York, weighing in at 461 pounds, the Destroyer,
As Deku makes his way to the ring, you have to wonder if there's any type of nervousness, as this is also his debut. But if he is nervous, he is not showing any signs of it at the moment.
And from the bottomless pit, weighing in at 221 pounds, the ringer, Maurice the Necromancer.
You have to wonder if they have a point to prove going against two people making their debut right now. When just a week ago, he was competing for the World Heavyweight Championship. Deku immediately trying to pick on Jordan, but Rigor Mortis is there to even the odds. And you have to wonder if Deku, of course, being the biggest person in the ring, is also going to have the biggest target on him. And Deku displaying his strength early on. And Jordan trying to take advantage, but that dropkick does pretty much nothing to Deku, as Deku is now trying to throw him against the ropes, and he does, but Rigor Mortis is waiting right there to capitalize. And Jordan with a nice flapjack directly in the middle of the ring, and he's trying to put this away early, but I doubt he gets that with Rigor Mortis. And Deku was right there to take advantage of it. And Deku with a flying forearm while Rigor Mortis is trying to get, I'm not sure what Rigor Mortis is actually doing. It looks like he's hiding here at the other side of the ring. And it looks like he's going to sneak over and take advantage. Is what he's good at, is what he did during the Battle Royale, is why he did so well, why he made it to the top 4, top 3. And now he sees Deku going to get the stairs, but he does knock the stairs out of Deku's hand before he can do any damage with them. He dodges the roundhouse kick, and he tries to put Deku in a chokehold, but Deku sees it and counters it. And Jordan tries to make an opportunity out of it, but he completely misses the drop kick. And then he misses another hook right there. Okay, but Jordan does finally get him. Jordan does finally get him here. And then Jordan is pretty much just cast aside, while Rigor Mortis tries to take Deku out here. And Deku just, and Jordan just thrown against the apron. That had to hurt. And Deku just watches it all happen. But Deku just waits for the perfect opportunity, and he does get on Rigor Mortis, and he is going to work on Rigor Mortis. He's going to throw him against the barricade, and then he turns and tries to fly over to Jordan, and he misses. Is Jordan going to take? Jordan should have taken that opportunity to attack, but he does not. And Deku hits him with a hanging DDT, but now Rigor Mortis is back up. Rigor Mortis is going to get Deku out of the way, and now he's going for Jordan. Rigor Mortis is great at taking these 1v2 situations and making them manageable. And Jordan trying to take advantage, trying to generate some offense on both sides, but I think he waited too long to do it as Deku was already back up. But Deku actually goes after Rigor Mortis first, Then he goes for Jordan, but that gives Jordan enough time to grab him and throw him against the barricade. Jordan's gonna have a little bit of showmanship, and he's gonna display his power and pick Deku up and drop him on the barricade, but he does not see Rigor Mortis pulling up with the kendo stick, and Rigor Mortis makes him pay with the kendo stick. And Jordan also making him pay, but Rigor Mortis has more for Deku too. Rigor Mortis is taking no prisoners, but Deku gets the kendo stick out of his hand, and Jordan is slowly making his way back to his feet. And he is just going to watch and wait for an opportunity to jump in here, which has been the tale of the tape for the most part for Jordan. And this is probably a smart way for Jordan to play it, as he does not have the experience yet. Just getting in and fitting in where he can is probably going to be the best option for him. And we see Jordan kick Deku in the back and then slide into the ring. And it looks like he's lining Rigor Mortis up here. He's going to go for the spear, I believe, and he does hit the spear. No, he does not hit the spear. Rigor Mortis actually counters it. But Rigor Mortis is back up. Deku is on his way into the ring, and he does not have good intentions, as Rigor Mortis hits Jordan with a reverse power driver, and then he is hit with a roundhouse kick by Deku. Is Deku going to end this right here? Rigor Mortis kicks out late, but he does kick out. And we have to see where this is going to go from here. Jordan making his way back to his feet. Jordan has actually suffered the most in this match so far, and it looks like that suffering is about to continue, because Deku is standing right behind him, and he has no idea, but he does now, as the kendo stick is broken over his ribs. Jordan not wanting to take the line back, it pops up, and he does generate some offense against Deku, but here's Rigor Mortis again, waiting for the opportunity, but Jordan sees it coming this time, hits him with a nice German suplex, and Jordan is trying to fight his way back, and he's going for a move I haven't seen in a long time. It is very similar to Edge's execution, and he goes for the pin, but Deku is already there, back in the ring, ready to do some damage. Deku has him up for the body slam and is gonna drop him, and we're going to see, is Deku going to end this right now? With Rigor Mortis being out of the ring, we're going to see, and he does indeed put this match to its end. Deku picking up an impressive win in his debut. Jordan, even with the lack of experience, did not have a bad first match. He has a lot to learn, but I believe he can learn and he can grow if he learns from the right people. He has a very bright future ahead of him. He does not need to hang his head after his loss. Rigor Mortis, on the other hand, might be upset going from almost winning a championship in 1 week to losing to 2 newcomers in this week. But we're going to see how Rigor Mortis can bounce back. But with time running short, we are going to go ahead and jump to our next match.
New York, weighing in at 200.
This match is our new main event. Originally, it was supposed to be Nomad and David, but it got pushed up to the mid-card. And then after that match, the David was brutally attacked. We're still awaiting updates on that, but he is no longer in the building. He was on his way to the hospital, as we heard. We have not heard since. I don't know what's going to happen with the title and everything like that, but we're just keeping David in our thoughts until we know what happens. But with our new main event, we have our Intercontinental Champion, which has now been rebranded to the Invasion Championship by Wiz himself. We have Game Wiz in the ring, but he is actually going to be in tag team action. There is the self-proclaimed man of the hour. I don't know if there is a bigger fan of Tyler Rose than Tyler himself. And you can tell in the showmanship, you can tell in the way that he carries himself. He believes that he is him.
hustling, showing the people that God is. I even think about change. Sometimes it's scary, priorities changing. I gotta take care of me. Don't want my wife and my daughter to bury me. I got a bag and I spend it on therapy. I got a diamond, I ask her to marry me. I found my savior, I asked him to carry me.
These two have a tall order ahead of them. They are friends, but they do not have a lot of tag team experience, and they're going to need all the experience they can get, as their opponents are the tag team champions.
And at a combined weight of 449 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, the Madness.
This is a non-title match, so there are no stakes in this match, but it's curious to see how both sides are going to play this. The majors can probably take this more relaxed due to the fact that this is not a faction that I feel is trying to take their titles. This is not a group of people that they feel like are gonna hunt them for weeks to come or anything like that. So we're gonna see how they approach this. As far as Rose and Wiz, they are going to want to make a statement. They are going to want to show what they can do in tag team action. But again, they have a very tall order ahead of them. And as we get started, Tornado Tag is the standard here in Gates of Chaos. The majors are at home with this style of match. So we're going to see what happens. You can see both of the majors already taking control, as Tyler Rose actually is able to counter Dallas. But it does not matter because Dallas and Austin are both up, and they are trying to put this match away in 20 seconds. But, of course, Rose kicking out well ahead of time. A nice belly-to-belly suplex by Dallas to Tyler Rose. He just passes him on to Austin, but Rose is able to counter Austin. He's also able to counter Dallas. Rose is fighting for his life on the inside because Wiz was outside trying to get it buried. And now, Wiz is the one getting jumped on, and Rose is having to roll out of the ring. And Rose does not get away as Dallas jumps out of the ring after him with a nasty front flip suicide dive. And we got a crossface in the ring. They are trying to make Wiz tap early in this match. And Wiz is pulled to his back for a little bit before actually managing to find his way out. And Wiz is going to try to take some momentum in the ring while Rose is fighting for his life outside. And Rose is getting thrown against our announce table. He's getting thrown against the ring post. It's not going well for Rose, and he's stunned at the moment. And Dallas is back in the ring, and Wiz had no idea, but he found out almost immediately, and that's been the tale so far. The majors are all about divide and conquer. They are going to get one person out of the ring and absolutely go to town on the other, and so far it has worked well. And here we go. As soon as the other one comes in to help, he is met with a nasty lariat. And I believe they're going to try to get Wiz out of the ring and do the same thing to Tyler that they did to him. And they have Rose in the crossface, and Wiz is rolled out of the ring. He is stunned, and Dallas is standing on the outside just watching this happen, letting Austin take this match if he could. But Rose is able to break out, but Dallas is right there for reinforcements, so there's not much that Rose can do here. Wiz is going to make his way back into the ring, but Rose gets hit with a flying forearm, and Wiz gets hit with a flying attack as well, and they're trying to put this match away. The majors have controlled this for the most part. This is why they are the tag team champions. And part of me believes that they are still not nice belly-to-belly suplex. Part of me feels like they're still not taking this as seriously as they would have if this was a formidable tag team. I feel like they are just doing enough. And you have to wonder if that's going to put a damper on Rose and Wiz, because they know that even if they win, they weren't facing a team at their best. And again, they are just tag teaming the standing man right now and not giving these two any room to work together. Wiz is trying to make his way to his feet, but Dallas had him lined up. He's going for a Uranage, but Wiz is able to counter it with a nice DDT, and Rose is able to get a counter. These two are actually getting some momentum together for the first time this match, and Alchemy is hit on Dallas, and Wiz is going for the pin right here, and Rose is on the outside trying to keep Austin from getting in, but Dallas kicks out on his own. This is the best these two have done all match. And we got that fisherman suplex and pin combo coming from Wiz. He is trying to put Dallas away. Rose still has Austin distracted on the outside, but Dallas kicks out again. Those might have been the best two chances for them to win this match, but looks like Wiz is going for the Alchemy again. He's going to hit it again, but this time he does not go for the pin as he sees Rose getting hit with the crossface on the outside, and he wants to go help his teammate instead of go for the pin here. That might prove to be a mistake as Dallas is now back up and Austin is taking control on the outside. Rose is trying to make his way back to his feet, but as the teller of the tape with this match, if one of them is going to his feet, the other one's going down. They cannot both really stay up at the same time, and that's been the biggest issue they've had so far, as Wiz gets thrown against the apron in the background, while Rose is trying to take the fight to Dallas with another neck breaker. Rose and Wiz are both fighting their hardest, but they are fighting separately on the same team, while the majors are working in tandem, and that's been the biggest difference in this match so far. But in a one-on-one situation, you do see how good Rose can be, as he is taking very good care of Dallas. But Dallas does finally get some momentum. He does get a counter in. Looks like Dallas is trying to line him up for something. Dallas hits him with the spear. Looks like Dallas going for the pin, but Wiz is right there to stop it. Wiz saving his partner. I do not know if Rose would have kicked that there. Wiz with a belly-to-belly. I don't know how he got Dallas up that high. And Austin is coming in to save him, but Wiz was well aware of it. Wiz knowing what's coming now. He is learning as this fight goes on. They are learning how to fight together. They are 2-on-1 for the first time this match, but it's not going to last long as Dallas is already back up. But Wiz taking the fight to Austin, and Rose is waiting for Dallas to come back in. And he hits Dallas with a suplex that turns into a neck breaker. And Wiz is trying to deal with Austin on the outside, but Wiz is not paying attention. Austin is able to get in and break up the pin there. And we get Wiz with an inverted suplex and Rose with a backflip super kick. They are working together for the first time in this match, and you see how much the complexion of this match has changed as soon as they're able to start working together a little bit. Wiz had a submission on Austin, but he is able to fight his way out of it. And at the same time, Dallas throws Rose out of the ring. So you wonder if now it's about to be more of the same from the majors. But Rose is able to fight his way back to his feet. If he can get in time to help Wiz, I don't think he can though. As Wiz gets body slammed and is rolling out of the ring. But now we have a one-on-one situation with Dallas and Rose. But Rose has suffered a lot more than Dallas had this match, so Dallas does still have the stamina, and it's on display, and Austin is back up, and this 2-on-1 onslaught continues. Wiz does make his way back up, but he is taking his time getting back to the ring, trying to regain his stamina, because him and Rose have to work together, and I feel like Wiz knows it at this point, because that is the only way they pick up the win here. And another belly-to-belly suplex, and Wiz gets turned inside out on the suplex. And it looks like Dallas is lining Wiz up for this body drop. And this might be it. Except for the fact that Rose did manage to find his way back up, and Austin wasn't there to stop the interference. Austin is in the ring now, but we have a one-on-one, but Austin was trying to line Wiz up. Rose saw it coming and was able to stop it. Now Rose is on the outside with Austin as Wiz is trying to get his bearings on the inside, but he took too long. Dallas is there with the shoulder drop, and it looks like Dallas also hits him with an elbow drop, and Dallas has a chance to put this match away right now if Wiz is not able to fight back. But Wiz is able to fight back. He hits Dallas with a fist, and it does give Dallas the crimson mask. Dallas is now bleeding. And Austin with a nice neck breaker on Wiz. Rose is nowhere to be found at the moment, and you have to wonder if this is going to be it. Looks like Rose is trying to find his way to his feet now, though, and they do not go for the pin. Now they go for the pin on Wiz, but Dallas is not paying attention. Rose slides in and trips Dallas, and it gives him enough time to break up the pin that Austin had on Wiz. Now we have all 4 men back up, and we are back to square one. Nice neck breaker by Rose. Nice fisherman suplex by Wiz with the pin combo. Rose needs to keep Dallas from jumping in, and he does with a nice front flip suicide dive. I believe Dallas hit that with Rose earlier, and now he gets his just due as Wiz is hitting another alchemy on Austin in the inside, and Rose has Dallas distracted. I wonder if this is going to be it. It is not. Austin does kick out, but look at Rose and Wiz finally working together and showing how good they can be against the champions. Another alchemy by Wiz, and you have to wonder, 4 alchemies to Austin. This has to be it. Dallas is taking too long, and Wiz does pick up the win. Wiz and Rose pick up the win against the tag team champions. And that is a beautiful display of going through the struggle in a match, going through the process, learning how your opponents operate, learning how to counter it, and becoming a team to put them away. This is a very well-deserved win for Wiz and Rose. And although they are not an official tag team, this is a win that they need to be very, very, very proud of.
Hold on.
It's the general
I know that
manager.
you guys are busy celebrating, but this show is not over. Tyler Rose, during the pre-show, you were seconds away from beating David for the Gates of Chaos Championship. You may know this by now, but David has been badly injured by a fellow wrestler. I don't want to get into why this happened, but what I do know is now we don't have a champion. David will have to vacate. And since you were a second place wrestler in the Battle Royale, I thought it made sense to give the championship to you. But there's somebody in this locker room that opposes that idea and believes that he should be the champ, considering he pinned David earlier tonight. And so, I had an idea. Because we cannot go through a glorious launch of Invasion without a champion. I'm going to give you a few minutes to get ready. I'm going to give the crowd a couple of minutes to get ready. And then you're going to compete against Eric Nomad for the Gates of Chaos Championship right now.
What a stunning turn of events. We have one more match, folks. David does indeed have to vacate the championship, but instead of holding a tournament or doing some kind of bracket to determine the championship, the general manager wants a champion tonight. So he's going to pit the runner-up to the Battle Royale against the person who just embarrassed David a few minutes ago. And so as this match goes on, though, you have to wonder about the legitimacy of this new champion. As we talked about earlier, Nomad does not believe that David earned the championship he had because of the way that he earned the championship. You have to wonder if people in the locker room will feel the same way about this, considering these are not 2 men going at 100%. These are not 2 men that prepared to fight each other, but now they're going at each other after already battling in their own matches for the GOC Tag Team Championship. I apologize, the GOC World Heavyweight Championship, because again, this is not a planned match. But I'm sure the fans won't complain about one more match, but you just have to wonder how much the wrestlers have left in them. And Tyler Rose is trying to fight back, but right now Nomad displaying that same power that he displayed against David earlier. And it looks like Tyler Rose is taking the non-conventional approach. He cannot lift Nomad, so he's going for these arm drags. These arm drags do a little bit of damage, but you have to wonder if they're going to be enough or if he's just trying to use them to build momentum. And that looks to be the case here. A nice hip toss by Tyler Rose. He is just trying to build enough momentum. Oh, we got a Superman punch from Tyler Rose. I apologize. Tyler Rose wants to call it the beautiful disaster, so that is what we will call it. But he hit that out of nowhere to try to put Nomad away. And one thing to note here is that although a nice 450 splash by Tyler Rose, although Tyler Rose's match was just earlier and Nomad's had a little more time since his, Nomad had a lot more physicality going on in his because of him wanting to put the champion away. During Tyler Rose matches, he had more pockets where he had chances to rest. He had chances to kind of get his breath back and stuff like that. And then the GM gave him time to get his breath back. Nomad did not have that in his match, so you have to wonder if Tyler Rose has that edge because he is still in adrenaline mode. He is still in this mode of fighting. He is still in this mode, but it looks like we're about to get a new champion right here, but we do not, because again, Tyler Rose does have a little bit more energy, and I'm wondering if that energy will carry him over Eric Nomad right now. He's already hit Eric Nomad with a staggering beautiful disaster earlier in the match, but Nomad is still fighting back. You can see the wear and tear in Nomad's face though. This is taking a toll. Between this and David, you have to wonder how much he has left. And Tyler Rose targeting that knee again. He was targeting all extremities earlier when he had him down. And a nice hurricane runner by Tyler Rose. And I wonder if this is going to be the end right here. It looks like Tyler Rose is gearing up for another beautiful disaster. And he does hit it. And he has Nomad in the corner. Nomad is not reaching for the rope. He must be out, and he is out. And Tyler Rose is going to be the new GOC World Heavyweight Champion. As he celebrates, you do have to wonder, again, how the locker room is going to feel about what just transpired. Considering this is the top dog belt, this is typically only supposed to be defended at PLE in the first place. Winning it on the first episode of PLE might have negative effects when it comes to the rest of the locker room. But that is something that Tyler Rose is going to have to deal with. But for tonight, he can celebrate as a new top dog in Gates of Chaos.
I've been discovering glorious purpose. That's where the Loki vision, no wonder. Even in winter, the soldier is coming. Just trying to bring something more to the table. I got some homies that really be hating. Don't want us both to be in this space. They living like Cain and they think I'm able. I'm in my lane, I'm doing my thing. They watch what I do like they tune in the cable. All of them doing is being a lighthouse and showing the people that God is able. The thing about change, sometimes it's scary. Priorities changing, I got it.